Hello everyone. For this web-based tutorial, I am selecting Black Thought and Culture as my database. This database is accessible from the Rutgers Library website. Here we are going to click on it from the main web page. Here you will see the Connect, where we also see the description where this database is unique in that it offers over 100,000 nonfiction pieces of writing written by and for various figures in American history. So we are going to press the connect button. And here we are brought to the main page where we see that we have titles, historical events, subjects, content types, place discussed, etc. We have featured content. We have the search bar. We have it here seen that it is powered by Alexandra Street, a ProQuest company. But here we see the audience for this tutorial is high school students, specifically grade 12 students. This tutorial is connected to the New Jersey State Learning Standards, which describes the learning objectives of the civil rights movement and major political activists such as Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. This database could be used for a variety of grade levels, as it could be attached to several learning objectives through African American history or just personal interest in Black thought and culture. See here, you can see the different objectives by the New Jersey State Standards that coincide with those articles that you will find on Black thought and culture. What makes this database unique is that, as Black thought and culture states, it has a wide variety of collection of previously inaccessible materials, which makes it highly valuable to gaining a more accurate perspective and representation of African American stories and history. I really enjoy and think you will enjoy that the goal of the database is to present an evolving and complex view of what it is to be Black in America. I think these are great questions for 12th grade students, such as yourselves, to be asking either as a mirror or window into Black culture perspective of pondering what it is to be Black in America. I think this is a question that involves deep thought and reflection, and Black thought and culture is one of the best specifically African American databases that I have explored so far that I think would be really important to share with you. So the database background, as stated in the homepage, it has 100,000 many previously unpublished articles, poems, pamphlets, interviews from the 18th-20th century. These are full-text articles, great for quality primary sources, and the parent company is ProQuest Company, which is evident all around the database. You can browse selected topics to help you begin your inquiry process. Featured content of publications, the database is pushing selected content. As you can see here, we have information about Marvin Gaye, and this database features information from popular culture as well as traditional historical figures. For my explorations and use of the database, one of the most used sources is the Black Panther newspaper, official newspaper. It's very informative to read and really open your mind to explore the Black culture perspective away from traditional white media. This is a great way to cross-reference information you may be able to find on the free web. They have almost every publication donated from the Huey P. Newton Foundation. Using these articles can really add dimension to your search by considering the African American journalism and value that it has to telling the truth about history. A lot of the information you find here you will not necessarily find in traditional textbooks, which is extremely valuable to developing a relationship with Black thought, as traditional education is not always the most well-rounded. Constraints that you may find when using this database is that the search bar is not the most visible, so I want you to be aware of it, but it's not specifically for Black thought and culture. These collections will lead you to every ProQuest database the different disciplines are not just for Black thought and culture. Titles, publishers, playlists, clips, and the advanced search applies to everything from the ProQuest community, not just Black thought and culture. If you want to search Black thought and culture, you must use this search bar, and this advanced search bar is not the most relevant. It will take you back to the Alexander Street ProQuest company. I think that this could make a bit confusing when using it, so my suggestion and the way that I used it is to just not use this menu bar. I would focus just on the search bar. Also, another constraint may be the lack of audio-visual resources on the website, on the database, but I think that is a testament to the specific nature of the database being about articles, essays, etc. These articles could be used as supportive evidence, perhaps for videos you may find on YouTube that may lack background information or varied perspective depending upon the publisher of the YouTube video. So using these articles could help you gain a wider perspective. For search tips, my first search tip is to search within the results. So for the search, one of the more popular movies right now is Judas and the Black Messiah. It's in the movie theaters right now, or you could stream it on HBO Max. So the main subject of the movie is about Fred Hampton. So let's just say a student such as yourself just watched this movie and you want to learn more about Fred Hampton. So you're going to type his name in the search bar, and you're going to see that you got 211 results. So to search within the result, you want to make sure that the radio button is selected to within these results, not all of Black thought and culture. So in these results, I'm going to type death and search. Now I have 117 results, which is significantly narrower and is going to lead me to more information about his assassination rather than just his life. Searching within the results is a good database practice. This database is good for younger users such as yourselves because it's not the most advanced in search capabilities, but I think it's great for those of you who are new to databases and get overwhelmed with search options. The second search tip that I have is a look at the hits. So if you scroll down here and click on years written, you're going to see different hits. So in the year 1970 has 19 hits. So that is 1 year after his assassination. So that makes sense that there's a lot more. In the lower ones are 6 different hits as the years go by. So if you want to really focus your results, you can click on that, and then you're going to get a more specific. Say it went down to 19. The third search tip is to look at the publisher. So the publisher is going to help you figure out exactly who is pushing this information out here. So a lot of them is the Black Panther Party Productions, which is the newspaper that we were discussing before. These are really great resources for you to use because they are more of a rare find and they do not focus on mainstream news articles. Fred Hampton was the Black Panther, so using the Black Panther newspaper would be great for searching. So remember, always look at the publisher to see more specific results. The fourth tip is persons discussed. So in this persons discussed part of Black thought and culture, you could see who is being talked about in these articles. Here we have Fred Hampton, and we also have Huey Newton and Kim. So for this, I only really want to know about Fred Hampton. So I'm going to narrow it down to him. Now it's brought down to one article that's very specific, so maybe even too specific, but we're just playing around, and as you can see, we still have all these other filters on here. So, and then another tip could be, if you find yourself with too few results, to take a filter off. And then another tip for you is to look at the information provided. So I'm going to select one of these articles. Informer says FBI ordered Frenthampton drugs. So as you can see here, you're brought to the article of your choice. And then you're going to see the different types of information. So you're going to have the publication date, 1976. So this is a few years after his death. And then details. So we have the copyright information, permission for the article, content type, format, publication year, publisher, all of the information that describes the article. And then you can also click on the image here, and then you're brought to the actual article that was published in the archival footage. FBI ordered Frenthampton drugged, and then you can read the actual article that was published in the Black Panther Party newspaper. So here is a quick tutorial of the information from and then also if you want to go back to the home page, click on menu, My Collections, Black Thought and Culture to bring you back. And that is my quick tutorial for you all on how to use Black Thought and Culture.